States Hispanic Chamber of Commerce award ceremony, honoring stellar organizations and individuals who have contributed to strengthening our national chamber and community. Before we begin the festivities, a word from our platinum sponsor.
Life is a journey of individual steps.
They are yours alone.
They put you on a path that is unique,
that molds and shapes you. A path that gives you your voice,
your artistry, your individuality, your beliefs,
your ability to do things no one else can do. What if we saw those differences as opportunities?
What if all of us embrace the potential in each of us?
When we harness the power of our difference, we inspire and elevate people's lives.
We create new perspectives that lead to new ideas and new solutions.
We forge new journeys that are shared. Imagine how far we can go when we take that first step together.
Damas y caballeros, ladies and gentlemen, to begin our award ceremony, Senior Vice President and Head of Supplier Diversity for Wells Fargo, Regina Heyward.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the USHCC Closing Awards Ceremony. I'm Regina Heyward, Senior Vice President and Head of Supplier Diversity at Wells Fargo. Our vision is to satisfy our customers' financial needs and to help them succeed financially. And Wells Fargo is a longtime supporter of the U.S. Hispanic Chamber of Commerce. I'm also proud to serve on the board of directors and as the audit committee chair. Our long-standing history with USHCC is based on our mutual commitment to the growth and development of Hispanic-owned businesses. We know that Hispanic-owned businesses are a vital component of the U.S. economy. In fact, in 2019, Wells Fargo spent more than $1.3 billion with diverse suppliers. More than $140 million of that was with Hispanic-owned businesses. We have successfully spent over $1 billion for 6 years running. And each year, the USHCC continues to recognize deserving individuals and organizations who are also championing access to opportunities and access to contracts. During this especially difficult time that we're going through as a country, it's even more important that corporations and chamber leaders and Hispanic-owned businesses who are walking the talk receive recognition. I'm especially proud of our Wells Fargo Latino Employee Resource Group called the Latin Connection, which is a finalist in the USHCC ERG competition. Wells Fargo's Latin Connection has more than 15,000 members represented by over 53 chapters across the country, and they focus on very important areas like career development, mentoring, and leadership engagement opportunities. In fact, this year at Wells Fargo, we are taking steps to ensure that we're not only focused on Hispanic-owned businesses, but holistically on improving aspects of the Hispanic community to help to achieve financial prosperity. Throughout the conference, you've heard from several of my wonderful Wells Fargo colleagues. They've been talking about the company's strong belief in the success of the Hispanic community. We've been talking about our programs around home ownership as well as supplier diversity. But when I think about the impact that we're having related to Hispanic-owned businesses, I really think about the relationships that we build each and every year. Relationships with strong HBEs like ATR, out of San Francisco, California, who works to support our IT staffing area. And we all know how important technology is these days, as well as Hispanic-owned businesses who have been building and renovating Wells Fargo's branches across the country, our marketing and advertising campaigns that are driven by content and innovation from our Hispanic business suppliers. We are all in, and it certainly takes all of us working together to ensure that we are successful. Speaking of success, Wells Fargo has invested over $3 million a year in capacity building programs because we understand that as businesses grow and scale, it's very important that they have access to networks, access to contracts, and access to mentors. Programs like the SLAY program, that's a partnership between Stanford University and the Latino Business Action Network. Proud again to say that Wells Fargo is a major sponsor of this particular initiative, which includes not only hands-on skills development and education, but also includes very helpful data and research that drives this work forward in a very, very powerful way. And let me also mention that last year, the USHCC and Wells Fargo announced a new business accelerator capacity building program titled Avanzar. We started this program in Charlotte, North Carolina, and in Albuquerque, New Mexico, and quickly learned that we had a very successful model to build from. This particular year, we built the Avanzar program, and we're now in over 6 locations across the country. These are tangible examples of the power of collaboration, the power of connectivity, and that is what I have found that USHCC does the best. So with that, I am excited to introduce you to our master of ceremonies. He's an actor and comedian, and most importantly, he is a strong ally and supporter of the USHCC. Catch his latest comedy special on HBO. Please join me in a virtual applause to welcome your MC, Mr. Erik Rivera.
Thank you, Ms. Heyward, for that very kind introduction. I'm going to email you later. I'm going to see if you can take care of some of my Wells Fargo overdraft fees. But thank you to all of you out there in your homes and offices for joining us and hopefully wearing pants. Seriously, this event means a lot to me. I haven't worn clothes not made out of sweat since March. I'm actually shocked I still fit in the suit because that quarantine weight is real. So you're welcome. Welcome to the United States Hispanic Chamber of Commerce Conference Award Ceremony. I love conferences. My favorite part are the conference gift bags with the UPS notebooks, the tote bag, the pens, and especially the koozie cup holders. The holidays are coming up. It saves you a ton of money regifting these goodies to friends and family. What was that? Wait, there's no gift bags this year. Damn. All right. Guess people are going to be getting whatever hotel toiletries I can fit in my suitcase this year. Yeah, no. Wait, no. Holiday Inn Express shampoo is very fancy. No, it's shampoo and soap. It's so good. Tonight, as we celebrate 41 years of U.S. Hispanic Chambers of Commerce, and we also get to shine a light upon leadership, innovation, entrepreneurship, and if I may, ganas in Hispanic businesses and communities all across the country. The road to America's recovery and economic vitality is going to be through the Hispanic business community, and we are proud to rebuild the fabric of our nation as we go forward. A lot has changed in this country over the past months, but one thing that hasn't changed is us, the Hispanic community. We're working hard across the country in offices, stores, hospitals, and in food service, giving our all to ensure the future of this nation, our people, and our legacy. And like I said, con ganas. We are Americans. Hispanic business is American business. Tonight, we celebrate the achievements of our very proud and productive Hispanic business community, applauding them all for their well-deserved recognition. And next year, refrigerator magnets, tote bags, and koozie cups for everybody. I feel like a budget Oprah right now. You get a koozie. You get a koozie. Everybody gets a koozie. Adelante. Oh, and thank you for what I assume is a second standing ovation there at your houses. But please, take your seats. That's it. Settle down, and let's get started, shall we? It is now my honor to present the first awards of the evening, the 2020 Chamber of the Year Awards in categories of small, medium, and large. If you're an addict at Starbucks, that's tall, grande, and venti. These awards spotlight 3 stellar organizations that advocate for and represent our Latino community. These Hispanic chambers each play a vital role in their city and state, in local Hispanic businesses, and to the people they serve. The Wisconsin Latino Chamber of Commerce may be small, but it's mighty strong. Founded in 2003 to represent the Latino and non-Latino business community in the greater Madison and surrounding cities, it's been a force for good in this Midwestern state. With a large number of Latinos working in factories, farms, and meatpacking plants, and many businesses being impacted by the pandemic, Latino representation in this part of the country is vital. Led by Jessica Cavazos for the past 10 years, she is herself the daughter of farm workers and has gone in one generation from a migrant family to heading a major business organization. All the while, she has kept in her heart the people she is working and representing. The USHCC is also very proud that Ms. Cavazos is the newest member of their board of directors. In our medium category, the Hispanic Chamber of Commerce of San Francisco has not only been a leader in promoting local Latino business in the Bay Area, but have forged an umbrella alliance with several other chambers of commerce representing the multinational Latino interests of the region, including Nicaraguan American, Bay Area Central America, Guatemalan American and Puerto Rican organizations, and Latin American and Caribbean chambers, all united to foster the economic vitality and participation for the businesses representing the Americas in the region. Led by Carlos Solorzano, the Hispanic Chamber of Commerce of San Francisco is a major force in the Bay Area business community. And finally, the Chamber of the Year in the large category is the Pueblo Latino Chamber of Commerce of Colorado, led by the venerable Steve Trujillo, who has been advocating for Hispanic businesses in the region for over 20 years. The Pueblo Chamber of Commerce, started in 1979, has been exemplary in creating programs to serve their membership, including the Small Business Center of Excellence, the Small Business Summit, and their newest endeavor, the 40 Under 40 Emerging Leaders Dinner, which is paving the way for new and sustained leadership in the years to come. Steve Trujillo is a longtime friend and partner of the U.S. Hispanic Chamber of Commerce, and even after all this time remains a passionate and engaged leader in representing the Pueblo Chamber. 3 outstanding examples of leadership and business advocacy, each distinguishing themselves for their business success and service to their respective community and to our national Hispanic community. We're proud to present our Chamber of the Commerce of the Year Awards to the Wisconsin Latino Chamber of Commerce, the Hispanic Chambers of Commerce of San Francisco, and the Pueblo Latino Chamber of Commerce. Let's now hear from each of our honorees.
Jessica Cavazos. I am the president and CEO of the Wisconsin Latino Chamber of Commerce, and we are so excited to accept the Chamber of the Year Award, not only because it's been quite a crazy year, but because we are so happy to be dedicated to our small business and growing Latino community here in Wisconsin. Again, I want to thank Ramiro and his staff for the wonderful leadership, and also to all the chambers that are out there that join us to make a difference in our communities. Thank you again for this award, and we are excited to serve.
Everybody, this is Carlos Solorzano. I'm the CEO of the Hispanic Chambers of Commerce of San Francisco. And on behalf of our board of directors, we want to send you a big hug from the beautiful city by the bay, San Francisco, of the great state of California. We want to thank especially to the board of directors of the United States Hispanic Chambers of Commerce for giving us the recognition as the Hispanic Chamber of the Year Award 2020. The Hispanic Chambers of Commerce of San Francisco are composed of 5 ethnic chambers. We have the Nicaraguan American Chamber of Commerce, the Bay Area Salvadorian Chamber of Commerce, the Guatemalan American Chamber of Commerce, the Latin American Caribbean Chamber of Commerce, and we incorporated the San Francisco Hispanic Chamber of Commerce. Under that umbrella, the Hispanic Chambers of Commerce of San Francisco has been a great advocate for small businesses, especially for Latino businesses. So on our behalf, we want to thank you for everything that you are doing across the United States. We also want to urge you to support all of our Latino businesses, to do business with each other, to buy from each other, to sell to each other, to help everybody in the local small business, because we are the backbone of the United States economy. Okay, so with that, I also want to give you thanks and remind you that it's important to you, your vote. It's important that you vote, and remember that working together as a team, united, we will make a big difference. So don't forget, vote and make a difference. Thank you again to the United States Hispanic Chambers of Commerce from the Board of Directors of the Hispanic Chambers of Commerce of San Francisco. Gracias y siempre pa'lante, always forward.
My name is Stephen Trujillo, and I am honored to serve as the President and Chief Executive Officer of the Pueblo Latino Chamber of Commerce.
And my name is Christy Brown, and I am honored to serve as the 2020 Board Chair for the Latino Chamber.
Tonight, we are so incredibly honored and humbled to be recognized and be receiving the United States Hispanic Chamber of Commerce 2020 Chamber of the Year Award. Moreover, it is our pleasure to be a part of the United States Hispanic Chamber Familia. USHCC advocates on behalf of 260 major American corporations and serves as the umbrella organization for more than 250 local chambers and business associations nationwide. We are honored to work alongside the USHCC to serve, support, and benefit our member businesses of Pueblo and of Southern Colorado.
In 1979, Pueblo's Latino community was a significant economic force. An influential group of businessmen recognizing the need for an organized voice created the Latino Chamber of Commerce of Pueblo. Bolstering the newborn chamber, many professions represented the 35-member inaugural organization, including architects, attorneys, business owners, medical professionals, and more.
The Latino Chamber of Commerce is proud of the difference that we have made and continues to make in our Pueblo community. The organization is strong and is a voice in the community, no doubt, and a voice that we want to continue to ensure is heard. Our mission at the Latino Chamber is to be a dynamic business organization committed to promoting opportunity, growth, and progress for small businesses in a highly diverse society with an emphasis on the Latino community. And our long-term vision is to be that recognized leader for small business development.
Thank you for this amazing recognition, USHCC.
And for your dedication, service, and support to our chamber and the chambers across the country. We greatly appreciate this recognition and look forward to our continued work together.
Congratulations to all the chamber honorees, and thank you, each of you, for the work you do across our nation. Joining us now to present the USHCC Hector Barreto Sr. Con Ganas Award, named in the honor of his father. Welcome, Hector Barreto Jr.
Felicidades, congratulations. It is a privilege to present the Hector Barreto Sr. Ganas Award to Jose Nino. I have observed Jose from his early days on the USHCC board in Kansas City, Missouri, working with my late father to promote and build the USHCC, and then years later serving as the organization's president and CEO. During his tenure, he expanded the chamber from less than 30 chambers to over 258, representing the interests of millions of U.S. Hispanic-owned businesses. He helped lay the groundwork for the USHCC to be a positive force for Hispanic businesses and to build the brand and business case for corporate engagement. He was also instrumental in the relocation of the chamber to Washington, D.C. to best position and ensure the USHCC had a voice and a seat at the important tables where decisions were being made that affected our businesses and community. Because of the contributions and leadership of these pioneers, the USHCC is now a significant force and center of influence within the U.S. economy, promoting the economic growth and development of Hispanic entrepreneurs nationwide. It is with great pride that I present to Jose an award that reflects his commitment, passion, and ganas to the advancement of the Hispanic community and the values he shared with my late father. On behalf of the USHCC and Barreto family, it is my honor to present the 2020 USHCC Ganas Award to Jose Nino. Congratulations, Jose, y siempre adelante.
Mil gracias. Good afternoon, everybody. I am honored to be receiving this award. To the Board of Directors of the USHCC, the Latino Coalition, thank you very much. To the Barreto family, thank you. I am humbled with the fact of the knowledge that I have from the experience of going through this. The USHCC, beginning in 1976 to 1979, got together to put it together, incorporated in 79. In 1980, towards the end of 1980, Hector Barreto was chosen our president. In 1981, he began a career of launching and putting a lot of ganas into an organization that needed that kind of infusion as a volunteer. I was so happy that they took me along for the ride. I helped and I did as much work as I could supporting Hector and the group. But the true leadership lied in Hector Barreto Sr. as a volunteer, going from town to town and going everywhere across America and even into Mexico to do this. So I'm very grateful to La Familia Barreto, to the board, and to all of you. Échale ganas. This is a beautiful award. Thank you, Ramiro. Thank you, Hector. To the membership, adelante todos, como dice Hector, y mil gracias.
Congratulations, Mr. Nino, well deserved. Simply put, a true leader inspires others to dream, to risk, and to succeed. The USHCC 2020 Excellence in Leadership Award is presented to a longtime supporter of Hispanic businesses, a true leader who has opened his door to Latino and Latinas, offering opportunity and access for over 3 decades. As Executive VP and Manager of Multicultural Markets for Branch Bank and Trust, our honoree, Luis Lobo, has been an enthusiastic voice in providing guidance and direction to many businesses from startups to established corporations. With his life's work, Mr. Lobo honors his family's history with his own legacy. The Lobo family left Costa Rica for the U.S. in the mid-60s to pursue the American dream. His family instilled the belief that education was the key to success. Taking that to heart, Luis received a double major in economics and business administration in college, earned his MBA from Campbell University, and attended the ABA Stonier Graduate School of Banking, and graduated from UNC Chapel Hill in the Advanced Management Program. Mr. Lobo's 30-plus year career has involved most facets of commercial retail, mortgage, and international banking. His passion in life's work has been focused upon helping new U.S. citizens succeed. His commitment to his vision is so great, he was awarded a 2015 Ellis Island Medal of Honor, which recognizes those who have greatly contributed to our national identity while preserving the distinct values and heritage of their ancestors. He credits his father for the lesson that those who have risked all, leaving their homes and often their families to come to this country, these immigrants are the most motivated and committed to succeeding. His father taught by example, giving deserving, motivated, capable people a hand up, not a handout, whenever he could. From father to son, generation to generation, Luis Lobo has been a pioneer and a leader in the banking community in reaching out to the immigrant, the new citizen, those who will build our country up with their sweat, work, and belief in the American dream. It is our honor to present the USHCC's 2020 Excellence in Leadership Award to Luis Lobo.
Damas y caballeros, miembros, amigos, United States Hispanic Chamber of Commerce. I'm Luis Gonzalo Lobo y Arce, the Executive Vice President and Manager of Multicultural Banking for BB&T, now Truist, the 6th largest financial services company in the United States, based in Charlotte, North Carolina. We're very proud of the impact of the United States Hispanic Chamber of Commerce and its leaders, Carmen Castillo, and President Ramiro Cavazos and staff. Truist Bank, my family and I are very proud of the recognition bestowed by the Excellence in Leadership Award. Thank you. In my 37 years with BB&T, my family has relocated 13 times from North Carolina to South Carolina, Virginia, Maryland, Washington, D.C., and back again some years back to North Carolina. I'm an immigrant from Costa Rica, brought by my parents as a young boy in the early 1960s. I was raised in Lincolnton, North Carolina, in the Charlotte metropolitan area. My parents founded this Costa Rican community, which is lovingly known today as Lincoln Tico. When my brother Carlos and I first went to public school in 1971, we were the first Latino children ever registered in the Lincoln County Public Schools. Today, 25% of the student body is Latino, and the nation becomes majority-minority in 2035. As our economy and the world recovers from the scourge of COVID, the reality that was before COVID will become a distant memory from the reality that it is after COVID. Maybe we can be more understanding and accepting of individuals culturally different from ourselves. Maybe kindness towards one another can become the new normal as we all finally agree that we are one race, the human race. I wish to thank Debbie for raising good children. I also wish to thank my employer, BB&T Not Truist, our teammates, and the many clients who allowed me to become a better banker by helping them accomplish the financial goals of their lives. I'm proud to be Latino. I'm proud of our culture and heritage, but what I am the most proud of is to be an American. Thank you for this recognition and honor to my family and I, and to BB&T Not Truist.
Congratulations, Mr. Lobo. I'm very excited to present the very first USHCC Entrepreneurial Spirit Award to a very special young Latina. The Spanish word tosuda translates into English as hard-headed. When our honoree Jessica Garcia was growing up in an extended Cuban-American family, that's what her abuelita called her, tosuda. I wish my grandmother had a nicer name for me growing up, but she didn't. Jessica took it as a compliment, and it was. It meant when young Jessica made up her mind to do something, she would not let anything get in her way. So when Miss Garcia, as founder and CEO of her new company, was naming the organization, a company, by the way, that produces an innovative and groundbreaking, it's a sensor that reacts to the force of impact on helmets used in sports and thus prevents severe head trauma, well, of course, she named it Tosuda. Jessica is the patent inventor of this amazing device. Now, bear with me a moment while I explain how it really works. The sensor attaches to the back of a helmet where it can react to forces in any direction within a millisecond of impact, thus helping to deter mild traumatic brain injuries or concussion. It can also indicate when someone has been hit with a potentially damaging blow. Her mission is simply safety, with the tagline, "If the light is red, check your head." Through her creativity and problem solving and empathy, she's helping people prevent severe head injuries and preserve their health, and she is determined to make head safety affordable and accessible to all people. This hard-headed phenom was most recently recognized in Philadelphia's Al Dia News 40 Under 40. She's an active member of the Philadelphia Chamber of Commerce. She and Tosuda have been recognized nationally for her innovative designs as the national recipient of Photolab's Cool Idea Awards and was one of 3 winners of the U.S. Hispanic Chamber of Commerce's 2019 Pitch Your Biz competition. Not bad for a young, hard-headed Latinx from Philadelphia. She edifies entrepreneurship, and thus it is with great pride that we present the inaugural U.S. Hispanic Chamber of Commerce Entrepreneurial Spirit Award to Jessica Garcia.
Wow, what an amazing honor it is to be this year's Hispanic Chamber of Commerce's Entrepreneurial Spirit Award winner. Thank you so much for this recognition. It's one that I value tremendously and will remember for the rest of my life. Tosuda designs and manufactures a head impact indicator for concussion awareness. But 8 years ago, it was just an idea, and I didn't know how to make it happen and how to make it a reality. But through perseverance and learning and asking for help along the way, our idea became a patented technology that's now helping athletes and construction workers all over the world. It was a tumultuous time and journey, and we're still getting started. And I just want to thank all the people who helped us get us this far today. I want to thank my big Cuban family, who are entrepreneurs themselves, who have been my biggest cheerleaders this entire step of the way, and pursuing my American entrepreneurial dream. I want to thank my amazing fiance, Chris, who is my rock and support system in this journey. I want to thank my team, Chris, Cameron, Jill, and Farrell, who are incredibly smart and talented, creative people who solve problems every day and make me want to pursue Tezuda and solving different problems. And I want to thank the ecosystems that lend their support as well, such as the U.S. Hispanic Chamber of Commerce, Jennifer Rodriguez and the Philadelphia Chamber of Commerce and their Accelerate Latinx program, Mark Madrid and the LBAN community. With all of your support, you're helping more Latino businesses make it to the next level. And thank you so much for your support of Tezuda along the way.
Congratulations, Jessica. That helmet device would have been useful when I was a kid learning to ride my bike. Actually, any helmet would have been useful. I know my dad was not the only one who was anti-helmet. Ay, mira, Mr. Helmet. Ah, yeah, why don't I wrap you in bubble wrap too? You want me to put cushion on the floor? For over 25 years, our next honoree has been the helm of NALEO, the National Association of Latinos Elected and Appointed Officials, a nationwide organization of Latino policymakers and their supporters. As CEO of NALEO and of the NALEO Educational Fund, which promotes Latino participation in civic life, our awardee, Arturo Vargas, has shown the importance of Latinos being in leadership positions and breaking down power structures that have historically oppressed the Hispanic community and the LGBTQ community. Arturo Vargas emulates an environment of inclusion of LGBTQ people of color, and especially LGBTQ Latinos, to be accepted for who they are and who they love. And that's why we chose to honor Arturo with the U.S. Hispanic Chamber of Commerce LGBTQ Business Advocate of the Year Award. As a nationally recognized expert in Latino demographic trends, electoral participations, voting rights, the census, and redistricting, Arturo's leadership of NALEO provides the nearly 6,600 Latinos serving in elected offices nationwide with a network to exchange ideas while building their skills and enterprise needed to shape policy outcomes for their constituencies. Voter registration, citizenship, the census, public service, participation. NALEO Educational Fund promotes and facilitates full Latino participation in the American political process, from citizenship to public service. And Mr. Vargas works day in and day out to integrate Latino leadership into the political DNA of the United States, which includes outreach to the Latino LGBTQ in our community. Knowing the result will be a stronger Latino community and a more inclusive nation. Growing up in Los Angeles in a family of 7, he often points to his father's example for his own giving, noting that even as a senior citizen on a fixed income, his father would contribute to those in need, such as the 2004 Tsunami Relief Fund. Whether in service to his community, through his distinguished professional career of success, or by direct giving, his desires to give back to the causes that resonate with his roots comes full circle. At his wedding, in lieu of a gift registry, guests were asked to make donations to 2 organizations chosen by Vargas and his husband, the Los Angeles LGBTQ Center and Project Angel Food, which supports individuals suffering from terminal illness by providing them with homemade food. He has been a leader through example, through action, and through philanthropy, and the USHCC is very proud to present the 2020 LGBTQ Business Advocate of the Year Award to Arturo Vargas.
Thank you. On behalf of the NALEO Educational Fund Board of Directors, the entire staff, and myself, thank you for recognizing NALEO Educational Fund as the LGBTQ Advocate of the Year. You know, this isn't an issue that we regularly work on, promoting LGBTQ causes. But if we believe in a democracy that includes everybody, a democracy that is faithful to the values of our Constitution, then we have a duty to ensure that all communities, all segments of our families are included and full participants in democracy and are able to civically engage at all levels. And that's why I'm so proud that this past year, we were able to include and develop and implement some really innovative efforts to ensure that the LGBTQ Latino community was also included in efforts to make sure everybody was counted this year. We partnered with the National LGBTQ Task Force to queer the census and had a week of action. We developed a video with Latina drag queens encouraging everybody to fill out their census forms. And we did so many other things as well. And at our leadership level, we also have lifted up LGBTQ leadership at Naleo Educational Fund. West Hollywood City Council member John Duran chaired the Naleo Educational Fund for 3 years, and our current national Naleo president is Insurance Commissioner from California, Ricardo Lara, the first openly gay man to be elected to executive office in the state of California, and the first to be elected Naleo president. And of course, I've been executive director and CEO of this organization now for 26 years. So on behalf of all of us, once again, muchísimas gracias. And together we can ensure that we have a democracy that makes us all proud.
My personal thank you to Mr. Vargas and the terrific work he's done for our community around the country. Now, our next award is another first. The inaugural USHCC Technology and Innovation in Hispanic Business Award. A few years ago, the Pew Hispanic Center released a study that was a revealing indictment of the digital divide. That is, the disparity between Latinos and the access to internet and online resources. But visionaries like Jeff Vigil have been undaunted in making strides and gains in the Hispanic business community, creating a unique platform that has gone from a small, basically a mom and pop business, to a global force. Contracts are the lifeline of any business. Jeff's vision was to create a platform that would connect, matchmake, if you will, businesses with companies in need of services. This 100% virtual cloud-based organization began small with the goal of becoming the preferred global leader in business matchmaking by connecting people through continuous innovation and direct customer service, a combination that has served the business model well. He began My Business Matches a short 8 years ago in San Antonio, Texas. It was fundamentally a family-owned business that now boasts 15 employees, still including his children, like a true Latino. Get those kids to work. But with a staff of dedicated professionals as well, many of whom consider working with Jeff as getting a business degree in how to create a successful business from the ground up. Every staff member is given the opportunity to learn the ropes firsthand. If you're on Jeff's team, you'll learn how to pitch, how to sell, how to write contracts, and most importantly, how to close deals. My Business Matches has succeeded in creating a digital platform to connect buyers and suppliers with federal contracts and other opportunities throughout the corporate America. The company has also executed events in over 50 countries and has been utilized in over 100 countries. In the United States, he has reached into over 2,000 cities in 27 states. Indeed, My Business Matches has not only etched out a niche in the technology world, but it has been a boon to small minority-owned businesses getting access to more opportunity thanks to the unique and dynamic platform that Jeff created nearly 20 years ago. Along the way, he has been a champion of the UHCC, lending leadership and support to the organization while continuing to expand services to small and Hispanic businesses. My Business Matches is family-owned, veteran-owned, and Hispanic-owned. We're very proud to present the first USHCC Technology and Innovation Award in Hispanic Business to Jeff Vigil of My Business Matches.
Hi, I'm Jeff Vigil, President and CEO of My Business Matches. We are honored to be selected for this amazing award. First of all, I'd like to thank USHCC Chairwoman Carmen Castillo and USHCC President Ramiro Cavazos, as well as the Board of Directors for selecting My Business Matches as their 2020 Technology and Innovation in Hispanic Business Award. We founded My Business Matches in 2009 to try and provide access to less fortunate small business owners. Small businesses did not have the knowledge or leverage to access buyers looking for the services or understood how procurement ready they were for an opportunity. As you know it, USHCC stepped up and became our very first client. Together, we conducted the first online matchmaker successfully. Since then, we've been on a roll. My Business Matches has connected over 2 million businesses globally. from 127 countries, resulting in $16 billion in contracts procured through our platform. We become the experts in this field by understanding the procurement process as well as what it means to truly connect people. We are the first to market in true compatibility scoring between buyer and suppliers. This is where the participants are scored based on buyer requirements and supplier capabilities. This is where the real matchmaking takes place and the secret to our success. In 2010, we were the first virtual connect international buyers from 25 countries and tracked the businesses that resulted from these meetings. That was $600 million to be exact. In 2016, we won the SBA Exporter of the Year Award for our role in matching U.S. companies to over 50 countries successfully. In partnership with MBDA, that's the Minority Business Development Agency, we conducted the first government agency federal virtual matchmaker that resulted in over 1,200 virtual meetings with 20 federal agencies and 600 national vendors. Not too bad for a little company out of San Antonio, Texas. We've come a long way. 2020 has been the year of the unthinkable. With social distancing and travel restrictions globally, it's become hard for small businesses to stay afloat. This is why we decided to provide all local global chambers of commerce the use of our technology to match their members with buyers globally at no cost. I mean at no cost. I'm happy to say that 150 chambers took us up on that offer. I know that there are other amazing Hispanic companies in technology, such as IT Data Solutions, who has an amazing augmented reality platform, or Mojave Q, a disruptive event engagement app, or perhaps even the company Resilient, who focuses on creating smart cities. Any of them could have received this award. So trust me when I say that we are truly, truly humbled to accept this award. Thank you, U.S. Hispanic Chamber of Commerce.
Hola, gracias.
Hola y muchas gracias.
Dzień dobry, dziękujemy.
Hola, muchas gracias.
Hola, gracias.
Hello, everyone. Just wanted to say thanks.
Hola. Hola, gracias.
Gracias.
Hola y gracias.
Hola y gracias.
Dzień dobry, dziękujemy.
The historic and prestigious International Oatly Award is named after a Nuatul word that means the way. It honors leaders who are bridge builders between the United States and Mexico. There's an ancient Nuatul poem that says the paths are marked with footprints. Look for the way. Follow the straight path, the one that will lead you to realize your destiny. Well, this year's honorees truly embody the meaning of this award. Please welcome Ambassador Marta, Bárcena, Coqui to present this year's honorees.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Erik. Thank you. I would like to congratulate the U.S. Hispanic Chamber of Commerce, his president, Ramiro Cavazos, his vice president of government and international affairs, Leroy Cavazos, and all his team for putting together this very important event. It is always a pleasure to join you on an occasion that brings together Hispanic business owners, corporate executives, procurement leaders, small business members, and international trade experts from all over the country. Every year, just as Erik said, the Mexican Embassy, the Mexican government, has the honor to recognize during the U.S. Hispanic Chamber of Commerce annual conference the outstanding career of valuable individuals who have contributed to the empowerment of the Mexican and Hispanic communities in the United States. The COVID-19 pandemic showcased the fundamental role played by the Hispanic and Mexican communities as essential workers in industries such as food production, education, and medical attention, and the sanitary sector. Nevertheless, the contributions made by Hispanics and Mexicans to this country driven by their ingenuity and tenacity, extends way beyond these areas. Today, Hispanics are central to U.S. prosperity. They are the fastest growing group of entrepreneurs in the U.S. and contribute over $700 billion in revenue to the American economy every year, generating more than 2.7 million jobs. For the past 24 years, the OTLI has been awarded to outstanding Hispanic men and women who have defied stereotypes and helped give new meanings to what the roles and responsibilities should look like, and have been a model for the Hispanic community and for the Mexican community. This year, we are proud to recognize Raúl Lomerí Azubel, who is an author, entrepreneur, and a leading Hispanic voice in the U.S. Raúl is the co-founder and executive chairman of Saber es Poder, Knowledge is Power, a mobile tech platform that allows immigrant communities to connect to information, products, and services. The creation of this ambitious platform reflects Raúl's unwavering commitment to empowering Spanish-speaking migrants to become better informed and active participants in U.S. society. Before this responsibility, Raúl served as president of the Latino Education Achievement Project, where he led 2 nationwide initiatives to promote financial literacy and open bank accounts for immigrants. Raúl Lomerí was also chairman of the board of directors of MALDEF, the Latino legal voice for civil rights in America, and a strategic partnership for the Embassy of Mexico and its network of 50 consulates in the US. Raúl served also in its board from 2012 to 2020. He was chairman of the San Antonio Hispanic Chamber of Commerce and served in the National Latino Advisory Council for the Nielsen Company from 2010 to 2017. His vision and passion for all these endeavors have earned him several awards and a well-deserved reputation as a towering voice for the Hispanic and Mexican communities. He has opened new paths for us. Él ha abierto caminos para los mexicanos y los hispanos que antes no existían. Raúl es el hijo orgulloso, the proud son of Mexican migrant farm workers, and is a living example that hard work and education can turn young and curious persons into bright and accomplished leaders. During his first years of college at UCLA, he labored the fields of the San Joaquin Valley during the summers to support himself. Today, the Mexican government recognizes his career and the lasting contributions he has made to the migrant Hispanics and Mexican communities. Without Raúl, without people like him, the Mexican and Hispanic communities would not have improved as much as they have done. So, dear Raúl, on behalf of the Mexican government, it is an honor to bestow upon you the OTLI Camino Path Award. Your ability to use technology in the service of those who need it most will contribute and is contributing to change the face of Hispanics and Mexicans in the US and to set new standards of what we can all achieve. Tu trabajo ha servido y servirá de inspiración para tantos de nosotros. Abrirá nuevos caminos. Nos ha marcado el paso a seguir y estoy segura que muchos jóvenes te imitarán en el futuro. Seguirán tus huellas en ese camino que nos has dejado bien establecido. Muchas felicidades, Raúl. Thank you very much. it is an honor, really, for me to bestow on you this Otley recognition.
Ambassador Marta Bárcena, thank you for your thought leadership dating back to your collaboration with Maldiv in the landmark Supreme Court case Supplier versus Doe in 1982. In the United States, every child now has the right to a K-12 education regardless of immigration status. That might seem as an obvious statement today, but it took years of legal battles fought by Maldiv and allies like you and SRE to ensure that every child did not exclude any child. And in this particular case in 1982, undocumented Mexican children living in Texas. So the fight for civil rights in this country is difficult. It is difficult because to the privileged, our pursuit for equality makes them feel oppressed. This must not and will not deter us. We will continue, in the wise words of Maldiv 52 years history, to promote equal access to education, to protect fair employment practices, to defend immigrant rights, and we will ensure political access and representation. It is a community effort because solo el pueblo puede salvar al pueblo. Our community typically sees greater disparities across the board, and this pandemic, COVID, and may I also say this federal executive administration, has especially highlighted our vulnerabilities as a community by an oppressive system. I humbly accept this recognition, responsibility, and invitation to join the incredible fellowship of past Otley recipients, great men and women I admire. And with them, I look forward to your leadership, the embassy's leadership, SRE's leadership, to finding ways to continue to open paths for our diaspora. Thank you, Mexico, for reminding this son of migrant farm workers that as a Mexican American, I am welcomed and valued, that we're one society, and as such, we must work collaboratively with our two countries in symbiosis. On a final note, and speaking of opening paths, congratulations to USHCC staff, and particularly to Ramiro Cavazos and his board of directors. Please know that I am forever indebted for your trust in me. So Inawa, Ma Kuali Otley, buen camino para nuestra comunidad. Muchas gracias.
Señor Lomeli Ozubel, felicidades. What an amazing recognition. Now, each year, the USHCC recognizes an entrepreneur whose outstanding leadership, pioneering spirit, social and economic contributions exemplify the best of America's business community. When the awards committee reviewed the candidates for the Hispanic Businessperson of the Year, they were looking for business owners who are dynamic, innovative change agents, and leaders. And there were a number of worthy contributions made by a few spectacular business women and men, resulting in 2020 being the first year that the awards committee created two categories for the Hispanic Businessperson of the Year, one male and one female. As co-founder and CEO of Hello Alice, Carolyn Rhodes serves as a conduit between underrepresented business owners and their goals. Using the latest cutting-edge artificial intelligence technology, Carolyn and her partner, Elizabeth Gore, developed a virtual accelerator, naming it in the honor of the curious Alice in the much-loved children's book Alice in Wonderland. Known simply as Alice, this accelerator guides business owners through a wide database of opportunities, providing direct access to funding sources, business networks, and valuable services. Through a network of more than 100,000 companies in all 50 states and across the globe, Alice is building the largest community of business owners in the country while tracking data and the trends to increase owner success rates. Alice means business. Alice means inclusivity and accessibility for businesses to connect, network, and grow, and at a lightning speed. Just 8 days after stay-at-home orders commenced across the country, Alice launched the COVID-19 Business Resource Center. This effort included emergency grant applications, aggregated resources from federal and state governments, CDC and WHO recommendations, and how-to guides explaining various funding processes and company pivots. Going forward, Hello Alice will expand their support focused upon Hispanic, Black, and African American businesses, and recently joined forces with the Latino business owner Mr. Worldwide himself, Armando Cristian Perez, also known as Pitbull, to launch the Hispanic Small Business Center to help businesses owners through COVID-19, providing invaluable resources and mentorship. For her vision, courage, and innovation, and business acumen, we are proud to present the USHCC Hispanic Business of the Year female to Carolyn Rods.
Hi, I'm Carolyn Rods. I'm the founder and CEO of Hello Alice, and I am so honored to accept the award as USHCC's Hispanic Businessperson of the Year. Like a good Latina, the second I heard the news, I called my mother and my grandmother, and the whole family was so overjoyed. So thank you for that. But most importantly, our Hello Alice team has been just incredibly inspired with this honor. You've really excited us to just continue to double down on the work that we're doing for the Hispanic community. We've already supported over 250,000 small business owners over at HelloAlice.com, giving them access to the funding and the mentorship and many of the resources that they need to bring their ideas to life, to build more jobs for our Hispanic community, and to empower the next generation of Hispanic entrepreneurs. So thank you for making all of that possible. We are looking forward to a lot of great projects this year, partnering with a lot of organizations across the Hispanic community through our Latino Roundtable. And I know that together we can reach millions of small business owners. We can only get millions more dollars into their hands. And we are going to show the world what Hispanic and Latino small business owners are capable of. Thank you again from myself and from all of us at Hello Alice. We are so appreciative and can't wait to do more for the Hispanic community.
Congratulations, Carolyn, and great name for a company, Hello Alice. I love it. Now, our next award is the Hispanic Businessman of the Year, male, and it's presented to a business owner and a gentleman who, with his generosity and community support, is known for paying it forward. During this horrible pandemic, our honoree, David Andalcio, realized that many of our schools had to scramble to gather enough technology to meet their students' needs in and out of the classroom. Mr. Andalcio's company, Windalco Enterprises, stepped up, not with just words, but by taking action. Since the pandemic began, Windalco has deployed an astounding 50,000 devices to nearly 500 school locations. These technology packages include premium Dell Latitude 3160 Pentium touchscreens that have been pre-configured to support current hybrid on-site and remote learning efforts, just what the teacher and students needed. And this was only one of many occasions that David has shown he leads with his heart. For decades, he has been involved in procuring and setting up needed computer technology for students at school systems in and around Chicago, New York, Dallas, Denver, and Puerto Rico. He's committed over 40 Windalco Enterprise staff members to assist schools in prepping existing equipment and making it ready for distribution to support the e-learning initiatives. David has a list of accomplishments that would take a computer to keep track of, but it is his heroic response to offering our community a helping technology hand that distinguishes him as the USHCC Hispanic Businessperson of the Year Award, male. Welcome, David Andalcio.
Thank you for this honor and prestigious award. My name is David Andalcio, and I'm the CEO of Windalco Enterprises. I would like to thank the United States Hispanic Chamber of Commerce, the Board of Directors, its staff, and all its members. Looking back, I came to the United States December 13, 1975. I came with a life's passion to be successful, but more importantly, a mentor and giving back to the community in which we serve. Giving back is important. It builds character. It's who we are, and it leaves a lifelong legacy. I am so honored to receive this prestigious award that is exemplary of my hard work and for future Hispanic business owners throughout the United States. Making a difference is key. I sit on several boards where I am an advocate for minority-owned businesses to make sure we all have a fair
an equal opportunity to participate in this global economy. Thank you again. God bless and stay safe.
Felicidades, David. And now for our final award of the evening. That's right, we made it to the end, guys. Not a moment too soon. I was given Cuban coffee this morning, and it's going right through me. The 2020 USHCC Corporation of the Year Award. This award is presented to a corporation that has championed Hispanic enterprise, demonstrating that diversity and inclusion initiatives are both principled and profitable. This year, the Chamber is very proud to present this award to BP. Now I ask you, what's in a name? A rose by any other name would smell just as sweet, wrote William Shakespeare. In the case of our honoree, they are much more than just their name. They have a huge investment and footprint in the United States and are a major employer of Americans in our country. They have led their industry in establishing daring and ambitious net zero goals in the reduction of carbon emissions, with developing clean energy and leading the world in creating new sources for sustainable energy. They are committed to cleaner energy for a cleaner America. BP will double its spending with the U.S.-based buyers by 2023, embedding supplier diversity objectives into global procurement processes to establish clear accountabilities and metrics. Or in other words, more jobs and more businesses in the Hispanic community. Since 2014, BP has donated more than $118 million to U.S. community environmental programs through the BP Foundation. In January 2021, BP will launch a mandatory anti-racism and inclusion program for all U.S. employees to complement the existing unconscious bias training already underway. They have been exemplary in social responsibilities and are leaders in corporate diversity and inclusion. And they are truly blessed to have as the tip of the spear Kathleen Martinez Sr., Director, National Strategic Relationships, BP America, and Executive Director, BP Global Foundation. She has been the head of BP's STEM Ambassadors program, which involves encouraging students across the United States to pursue careers in STEM. USHCC is grateful to have Kathleen as a member of the board directing the Educational Fund. They couldn't have had a better representative. There is a critical need for more engineers and scientists, and the work of BP STEM program is to increase workforce diversity in the industry and create equity and opportunities, knowledge, and science capital. BP is at the forefront of building the next generation of innovators, setting a corporate example for inclusion and diversity, and leading the world in clean energy. They have endeavored to lead the way into the future of energy, and we are proud to honor them as our Corporation of the Year. Join me in welcoming to the stage to accept the U.S. Hispanic Chamber of Commerce Corporation of the Year Award, Chief Diversity Officer for BP America, Ray Dempsey.
Wow, Erik, thank you so much for that introduction, and my thanks to Ramiro Cavazos and the board of directors of the USHCC. I was overwhelmed almost, Erik, at how much you know about what we are up to at BP, but I shouldn't be surprised because that's really in many ways just a reflection of this fantastic partnership that we've enjoyed with USHCC for more than a decade. We have treasured our relationship to the USHCC, our ability to be part of the programming from Washington, D.C. and at the local level in Houston and in Chicago and in Albuquerque. All of those things have contributed to shaping our commitment, our understanding, and our ability to make real progress. We accept this honor with a caveat. We recognize there's still so much work to do. We are delighted by the progress we've made, and indeed, as you heard Erik describe, we've launched a framework for action that includes several key commitments to help shape the way that we move forward as a company while we are reinventing ourselves from an international energy company to an international oil and gas company to an integrated energy company. And central to that is our commitment to continue to grow our spend with diverse suppliers, to continue to shape relationships in the communities that matter so much to us, and to ensure that we position ourselves as an employer where people want to come and grow and learn and build their careers. Our partnership with USHCC matters a lot in shaping that, and we are grateful for this recognition. And we accept it with the promise that we know how much work there is still to do, and we will be right there alongside you for years to come. Thank you.
Thank you, and it's been my pleasure to join you tonight. It's great to know that Hispanic businesses all across this great nation of ours are working together, standing strong. I'm honored to have spent this evening with you and wish you all the best. Seriously, we're at the end. You can unbutton the pants now and go find your Lululemon pants. Now, before you go, please join me in welcoming to officially close the UHCC's 41st conference, a conference that will be remembered like no other, not only because I was hosting, but the times we're in, USHCC President and CEO, Ramiro Cavazos.
Thank you, Erik. Erik, you are an amazing leader, a tremendous friend in our media community. Thank you for gracing us as our Master of Ceremonies once again for our event. And thank you for your personal commitment to showing the light, to have more Latinos and Latinas in Hollywood and in the media to express themselves and to be an example of who we are. I also want to thank at this time all of our honorees. These awards that we provide are critical and important, but they also shed light on the work each of you is doing. So thanks to each of you also for letting us recognize you and keep doing that powerful work. Now, as we bring to a close our first ever virtual national conference celebrating our 41 years of advocacy on behalf of our Hispanic business community, I offer my thanks to each of you for joining us for this very special event held during extraordinary times. Thanks for joining us in a virtual setting, and I'm very grateful to our Hispanic Chamber founders many years ago and our history of leaders for their sacrifices and their hard work in establishing and maintaining this strong national network of Hispanic businesses and chambers. Today, we stand on their shoulders, the shoulders of many giants, women and men who knew then, 41 years ago, the importance of our community and of commerce. And to our board of directors, muchísimas gracias a cada uno de ustedes. Each of you inspire me and our staff, your staff, to fight every day the good fight and to have the energy to lead our Latino business community into the future with confidence. To each of our chamber CEOs, I salute you. I salute each of you for serving as an economic oasis of opportunity for Latino businesses in your unique communities. Each of you, binded together, support our Hispanic business enterprises. It is our sincere gratitude to you for leading the economic recovery of our American economy and for also seeking opportunities to build capacity, capital, and connections for our Latino-owned businesses. Your business and our support together will provide greater results for our advocacy. To our corporate partner members, thank you for your investment. Thank you in advance for increasing that investment in the Latino business community through your efforts to have stronger procurement and uplifting Latino and Latina executives into our C-suites. To our friends and partners in elected office, people in the media, our partners that are national minority chamber leaders, and national Latino groups, thank you. Thank you for working with us to help support Hispanic-owned businesses in America. Muchísimas gracias. The United States Hispanic Chamber of Commerce sees a very clear path and road forward in rebuilding our economy and including our Hispanic business enterprises. That path forward must include involvement and support from the U.S. government. After all, we do pay quite a bit of taxes, doing more business with Latino and Latina-owned businesses. That path forward must also include corporate Fortune 1000 firms, opening up more opportunity for Hispanic vendors and suppliers, and having more Latinos and Latinas serving on your corporate boards. That's where decisions are being made, and we need to be there along with everyone else. The path forward must also include an equitable distribution and access to our Hispanic business enterprises to the same levels of capital that our non-Latino counterparts have access to. All of this makes good business sense, great business sense, and economic sense. This is not corporate social responsibility. There's a saying my father used to use that summarizes very well where we are as a Latino business community today. No queremos que nos den, queremos que nos pongan donde hay. We don't want anything to be given to us that we're not willing to work hard for. We are willing to work hard for it, but we want to be in the middle of where the action's at, along with everybody else. This is a year of dramatic change, and it's safe to say that we'll never forget 2020. I ask each of you to change the narrative of this year, and let's make it, taking that first step, a year that we will remember as a year where we took a series of crises and turned them into opportunities, where we created our own permanent change for the better, and where we reinvented ourselves and adapted and pivoted to make America's economy stronger, more inclusive, and more equitable for all of us. On behalf of the United States Hispanic Chamber of Commerce Board of Directors, we wish to each of you good health, economic prosperity, and a safer future. And finally, thank you to our tremendous United States Hispanic Chamber of Commerce staff, Brianna, Laura, Felipe, Vanessa, Fernando, Leroy, Santiago, and Richard. Thank you for your dedication. Thank you for your hard work and the hundreds of hours that you put to make this work possible. Thank you to also our Unico Productions team. Thank you, Lisa Bombin. Thank you for your world-class event production. Everlast, thank you, Javier, for making our first ever virtual United States Hispanic Chamber of Commerce National Conference possible. And thank you, Jeffrey, of My Business Matches. Thank you for hosting our most successful virtual business matchmaking yet. We hope to announce good news soon. Thanks to each of you for your support. We'll see you in the spring, si Dios quiere. Gracias y siguen la lucha. Muchísimas gracias.
Felicidades. Congratulations to all our honorees. This concludes the general sessions of the U.S. Hispanic Chamber of Commerce 41st Conference. Don't miss out on the upcoming business matchmaking from 3 to 5 p.m. Eastern. We wish all of you good health and good business, and look forward to seeing each of you next year at the 42nd USHCC Conference. Gracias y nos vemos pronto.